See, if you understand mercy fully, you must understand justice. Because there is no need for mercy unless there is something that needs to be rectified. There needs justice to take place. And what I've learned in my life is justice isn't relegated to a color or a gender. God is a God who cares about people being treated fairly and rightly, and justice is his means of seeing that happens. When we think about this concept, we think about that the Lord in Isaiah 61:8 says, "For I, the Lord, love justice, hate robbery and wrongdoing." And it reminds me of a story. There was a woman driving in Alabama. She was going 70 in a 55. The police pulled her over, and when he pulled her over, he issued her a ticket for $100. He said that you were driving 70 miles an hour in a 55. Here's the ticket. She took the ticket knowing she couldn't afford it. And you know, one of two things happen. You're either going to have a warrant put out for your arrest, or you show up to court. She shows up to court knowing she can't pay for the ticket. The judge looks at her and says, "Young lady, you owe $100 today, or you go to jail." She says, "I don't have $100 and I don't want to go to jail. I have 2 small kids. I can't go to jail." And the judge looks at her and he says, "The rules are the rules. The law is the law. You either give me $100 or you're going to jail." She looks at the judge again and says, "Have mercy on me. I can't pay this ticket and I can't go to jail." The judge in that moment stands to his feet, unzips his robe, walks out of the stand, grabs his jacket, sits next to the lady, pulls out a $100 bill and lays it in front of her. After dropping the $100 bill, he gets up from his seat, takes off his jacket, puts back on his robe, sits back at his desk, and he looks at the woman and says, "You're guilty of driving 70 in a 55. You owe $100 or you're going to jail." But he says, somebody paid your $100. You don't have to go to jail today. See, God unzipped his robe of deity, stepped out of his throne in heaven, put on the jacket of humanity, and paid a price that we couldn't pay ourselves. Then he went back to glory to sit on his throne and says, "You owe a price you couldn't pay. I paid it. So you now get the chance to go to heaven when you receive the price I paid." This is simple. Justice says we deserve to go to hell. Mercy says, no, you get to go to heaven. I'm giving you something that you don't deserve.